All right, good morning. Day 34, February 4th, 4:19 in the morning, East Coast, Michigan. Um, we're out here doing another round of Vegan 300, another day of the Vegan 300 reps for the animals, bring awareness that we're eating 300 pounds of meat every single year. Every human is, and you don't need to eat any animals whatsoever. All plants have protein, and you can be strong, fit, and healthy without eating any animals. Today's comment we're responding to is Steppenwolf62. This is the old school, so I think I've been him going back and forth a little bit, but then he brought up his dogs, and I found it interesting that he says that he takes care and treats them with respect as they do us. And so my question back to him is, why exactly do you think that you treat those two animals with respect and not others? So I find it interesting. I mean, we think that, we do respect some animals, but not others. And I think that that's something that we got to think about. What's the difference between those animals that you do treat with respect and the other animals that we continue to contribute to slaughtering and eating? Why don't they deserve respect, even though they have an experience and they're very similar to the dogs that you or the animals that you do respect? Why? Is it the mutual benefit? Is it, because they do something for you, so you do something for them? Just what is it? You should respect all animals, though. That's what I think. That's what I think. All right, so 421. Got any comments? Drop them. I'll post them. Went live yesterday. Had some good discussions with some comments that I've got real time. So I was posting them and responding to them real time. My stream quality has been automatically lowered because the internet connection was not fast enough. It's always good. I think I'm streaming too much, even though nobody is on the internet right now. Nobody is. Kids aren't playing. We're not uploading anything. I am on wireless in the garage. I got 2 bars, but still, you know, we need good quality. I think this is good enough quality. All right, let's get after this one. Okay, let's get after this one. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Just spilled my water. Top wasn't on, but I just got some paper towels. Let me see. I do have. Wow. Let me see. I can't edit the description now. Let's see if that's the same. I don't know if that's the same link that I've been given. Because there's two. I don't know. Ooh, got a YouTube? Let me see. See what this is. Lauren T. Whenever people start to me about my lifestyle, I bring it back to this basic truth. Yeah, stop paying for animal abuse, be vegan. I mean, we are abusing animals. I mean, we're paying for animals to be abused. I mean, that's true. That's pretty straightforward. That is pretty straightforward. Oh, that's Facebook too, huh? Oh, I see. I see. I see. All right, here we go. Let's do this. 10 rounds. 10. My morning report on my watch. Training readiness 76. 5 hours, 43 minutes of sleep. 84 ms balanced. All right, feel good. Let's go. Oh. 10 rounds of 10, vegan 300. Let's do it. First one's the toughest one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to be over 10,000 reps for the year after today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4 rounds through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Halfway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 7 through. 3 more rounds to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more rounds to go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, last round, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 100. All right, last row, and we'll be done. Another round in, another day in. 100, 25, 30. We're done. That's all she wrote today. Felt good. Another day in. 25 pounds still. Feels like a good weight. Must stay here for a little bit though. We got a long way to go. And 25. It's a good weight so far. 35 pounds. That was tough on the weekend the other couple weekends ago. But hey, good morning. Day 34 just got done. If you got a comment, let me know. Post it. Drop it. Thanks for joining. 4:53 East Coast, Michigan time. It is 30 degrees in here. So we just crossed 10,000 reps, 10.2% complete over 100,000. So still a long way to go. Again, it's not 10,000 or 10,000 reps of the vegan 300. There's 3 reps in each of those movements. So that's where I'm getting it from. But we just crossed 10,000 total reps. So feel good about that. We missed one day so far, February 4th. We missed one day in January early on. I got no regrets about it. Again, I built in time to hit this in a year. So that's the goal, 100,000 in 2026. But it's hard. It's going to be hard for me to miss a day. I will say I'll travel into Vegas next week or next weekend. So we'll see what that looks like at the hotel. So, but we're not gonna let that stop us. We're not gonna take those days off. At least I don't plan on it. So, comment today though, Steppenwolf 62. Me and him go back and forth. So, he talks about being old school, and I hear that one a lot, right? I mean, if you were brought up and taught that, taught eating animals, it's much more difficult to change that, especially the more years that go on. It's much more difficult to change it, but it can be done. You know, I've eaten animals over 30 years, and you know, we made the change. So, you know, it's not like you can unlearn something no matter how old you are, no matter how long you've been doing it. It does make it more challenging. That's why I also think, right, if we start educating the kids and children early on, you know, this won't be that hard. So again, why does he respect the two dogs that he has? Says that they're worker dogs, and he uses the hunt. But you know, why respect those two animals and not all animals? You know, that's just like, you know, like you meet someone on the street and you don't respect them, so you just slaughter and eat them. Like that doesn't make any sense. You know we have enough respect for other beings, especially if they're innocent. They haven't done anything to us. We're not going to go out of our way to kill and eat them. So why do we do it to other animals? You know, why not respect all animals? Because there's really not much difference between those two dogs that Steppenwolf 62 has and other dogs out there, or other cows, or other deer, or other rabbits. You know, these animals have an experience, they're sentient, and what happens to them matters to them, just like what happens to those dogs matters to those dogs. But just because they live with you and you've grown a bond with them, why, like, you don't think that you can grow a bond with rabbits or cows or chickens or turkeys? I mean, you can. I mean, and it's just we don't do that, and so we don't think about those things. But these animals are not much different. They might look different, but they still have an experience, and they should be respected. And the thing that we can do, like the bare minimum we should be able to do, is to let that animal live, not take that life away from that animal, because that animal's having an experience, just like those dogs are having an experience. And we wouldn't want anything to happen to our dogs. So why do we let things happen to other animals, or why do we contribute to that? We can't stop everybody else, but we can control, and we have a choice. You have a choice. And so why not make that choice? You know, it's what we're used to. And you talk about being old school, but you can change, you can unlearn. If you realize that it's what you're doing is wrong, what you're doing is something that you don't like to think about, then why do it? Why contribute to that? Right? That's just being a hypocrite. And you're conflicted. And then so you try to find a justification to continue to do what you're doing. But it's much easier just to align your actions with those beliefs. You know, that's the simple thing to do. You might think it's hard. You might think it's a huge change, but it's really not. It's not a huge change. All right. So that's what I got for Steppenwolf. If you didn't see the my video yesterday, I went live in the evening. I was waiting for my son to get out of soccer, and went live and had some good discussions there, answering some comments back and forth. So I think there's some good nuggets in there if you want to go through that. But it's the same thing. I'm saying the same thing over and over, just different ways, answering different questions, because it doesn't change. It doesn't change at all. All these animals have an experience, and what happens to them matters to them. And then, you know, came across somebody who was talking about being respectful and but yet hunting for fun, like shooting animals for fun. Like, that's not respect to those animals. And we just think that we're the highest species, we're an apex predator, and we could just do whatever we want to other species, which shouldn't be the case. That's not acceptable, right? We wouldn't want that done to us. And kind of the analogy there is if aliens came down and they were like, you know, humans, I'm gonna kill and eat humans. It's like, we wouldn't want that. We'd fight back against that. We wouldn't want that at all. We want to defend ourselves because we did nothing wrong to them. Hypothetical situation, but these animals have done nothing wrong. They're innocent. So is it moral to kill and eat them if it's not necessary. And nobody has shown me at all in any research or any comments or any claim that it's necessary to eat animals. It's only based on your feelings and what you may have been taught growing up, but it's not necessary. You might find good things about eating animals, like it has protein, it's got some nutrients. People try to say that, oh, like there's nutrients and vitamins and material is a word I heard, material in animals that aren't in plants that people need to be strong, fit, and healthy. And that's just not true. Any of those nutrients that you can find in animals are not essential. And so the body produces them themselves. So we don't need to eat. There's nothing in animal protein that the human needs to eat to be strong, fit, and healthy. I can assure you that. The research is clear, the evidence is clear, and you can't find a source that says different. Otherwise, you'd share it. Otherwise, I would share it and I wouldn't be talking about this. I would quickly just end the channel, change it to continue eating animals. Mike, let's see, where did I go? Here we go. Mikey Addy, not essential. What the heck? Yeah, man. Talk about what is in animals, in animal protein, that is essential that's not found in plants. And I'll wait because you don't have any. None of those minerals, vitamins, materials they're not essential. Body produces them themselves. Yeah, look it up. Vitamin B12, retinol, vitamin D3, K2, heme iron, yep, iodine, all of that. And you can go ahead and do the research, but they're not essential. There's nothing in animals that the human body needs that plants don't have. Otherwise, why do you think that I'm still here doing these workouts, Mikey? Why do you think that what do you think is happening? Okay. All right, please explain this. If you're gonna sit here and say this, Mikey, and I appreciate the comment, by the way. I'm really passionate about this, obviously, because if they're essential, how am I not getting them? And how am I still here after 9 years of not eating any animals? How is that possible? I mean, you please explain it to me. Please explain it. They're not essential. The body produces everything that it needs, or you can get it from plants. Okay, let me see here. Bro, if it's not essential, it is not up to you to decide what vitamins our DNA receive with respect, my bro. It is up to me because I get to choose what I eat. And if I'm not eating animals, I'm not receiving those apparently vitamins that are essential, those minerals and those proteins that are essential, those amino acids that are essential. They're not. There's nothing in animals that I'm missing that I can't get from plants, or the body produces it itself. How do you think that I'm still here able to do this? How do you think other people are doing it? This is where you're confused, Mikey. You're confused and you need to do more research. You might think that it's essential, my bro, and I respect, but you were taught wrong. This is wrong. Let me see. You can survive off anything, meat, plants, drugs, and survive just fine. Just because you can survive on plants, it compares to nothing in the real world. Okay, hold on. So if I can survive and be strong, fit, and healthy, eating plants, why would I ever kill an animal? Why? That makes no sense. So you're contradicting yourself. And I'm not advocating for drugs, but after 9 years, you can't survive on drugs for 9 years and just drugs. Who wants to do that? Nobody's going to be doing that. That's not realistic. But what is realistic is eating plants and not contributing to animal abuse, killing animals for food. So they're, if not essential, it's not up to you to decide what vitamins our DNA receive. It is up to me. Let me see. Bro, it is impossible for our biological DNA as an omnivore to be bad for us as humans. I don't understand what that means. By the way, omnivores means you can eat both. I have no doubt that people have eaten animals and survived on that. No doubt. But you have to also understand that you don't need to eat animals to survive, to be strong, fit, and healthy. Your mom has been a drug addict for 40 years. I seen it, big dog. Hey, like, I certainly don't want that. I think your mom should get some help. And yeah, I'm pretty sure she's not just consuming drugs. But then again, I don't know. I mean, I'm not in that situation, but most people watching this and then I'm not speaking to drug addicts. I'm speaking to people who continue to eat animals, including yourself. But yet you think that it's essential to eat animals. You think that you need to eat animals. But I'm showing you, and I know it's conflicting. I mean, I think you're uncomfortable because you're seeing someone who has done it for over 9 years. There's people on my channel that'll comment that are 6'4", 270 pounds, strong. They're vegan. They eat plants. To say we can eat meat, but then declare it bad for us by completely cutting it out is nonsensical, my mate. Okay, Mikey, you need to do the research, okay? I'm saying you can eat animals. Sure, you can. But if you can be strong, fit, and healthy by not eating animals, why would you contribute to another animal's death? Like, that's nonsensical. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. You can eat meat. Sure, I've eaten meat for over 30 years, but you don't need to. There are humans on this earth that have never eaten an animal protein whatsoever. Nimai Delgado. I think I said his name right. Look him up. He was born vegan, born vegetarian, born vegan, and he's strong, fit, and healthy. He's a bodybuilder. I think I got you thinking, big dog. You went from not allowed to eat animals to you can eat animals. We are on the same team, big dog. I'm not saying you're not allowed to eat animals. Of course you are. You have a choice, but you don't have to. You don't have to. It's not that you can't. You obviously can. I know that you can. But why? Why are you doing it? You're saying it's essential. You're saying that those vitamins and minerals and amino acids they're essential. What's in meat is essential. I'm telling you that it's not true. I'm telling you that you absolutely can be strong, you can be fit, and you can be healthy without eating any animals. But you can. You can. We both hate factory farming. That's what it is, my man. Sure, factory farming is the same as local farming, local organic farming. It's the same thing. The same thing happens to the animals. The animals are killed for food that's unnecessary. So that's what I hate. I hate animals having to die. What? Answer answer me this. Here we go. What if slaughterhouses didn't exist anymore? Animals were able to live a healthy, normal life, and we could only eat them when they pass away naturally. Is that vegan? Um, no. I don't like why. Why are you taking that animals if they pass away naturally? I mean, weird question. It's like a deer roadkill on the road. Like if you want to eat it, go ahead. But here's the thing: it normalizes eating animals. Like, would you eat humans that passed away? Why not eat humans? Humans have vitamins, minerals that are essential. Oh, we cooking, Mikey, man. I'd love for have you on my channel, Mikey. I can't talk now, but let's set something up, man. I'll bring you on, man. We can have a good discussion. But no, this is not something that I would contribute to. Um, it's better than what we do in slaughterhouses, but it's normalizing eating animals and eating their body, and it's really not respectful. Um, so that's where I'll say on that. But we both hate factory farming. Why do you hate factory farming? Mikey, why do you hate factory farming? Do you think that it's the way the animals are treated? Do you think it's the way the animals are slaughtered? Do you think that the animals know? Do you think the animals want to be killed? What do you think there? Me too, buddy. Sorry to ruin the day, but I'm gonna be back soon with a big book of knowledge and gonna get you, bro. Yeah, man. I'll be waiting. You don't have. I encourage you, and I'm glad you're gonna go do the research. But you're not gonna get me, and you're not ruining my day. You're actually. I appreciate the comments because a lot of people think like you, Mikey. You think that they think that it's essential, like these vitamins and meat, like you need to eat them. And then here I am. I'm about to do 100,000 reps this year. You see me, watch all the videos. There's other people that are stronger than me, more fit than me, and they're not eating animals either. So it's not just me, but I'm sharing my experience with you, and it's conflicting. You probably are confused because you probably maybe not even believe me that I am vegan, that I must be sneaking meat behind the scenes because there's no way that where am I getting these vitamins and essential nutrients from if I'm not eating animals? Where is that happening? I must be supplementing. I must be doing something. It's confusing you, Mikey, and I get that. So yeah, man, go get that big book of knowledge, but you're not gonna get me, bro. You're not gonna get me, Mikey. You're definitely not, but I hope you try. I hope we come on. I hope you want to come on my channel and we can discuss this after your big book of knowledge. And again, I'm not the super smartest dude in the world. Trust me. But is our biological DNA to be an omnivore? We do not arrest sharks for attacking swimmers or for fox for killing chicken. Yeah, man, they don't have any morals, right? They're not in the moral community. You have a choice. The shark doesn't have a choice. You have a choice. You can go to the store and purchase plants. Yes, and legality doesn't equal morality. So no, we're not going to arrest sharks for attacking swimmers. Like that's ridiculous. Sharks aren't in the moral community. They don't follow laws, but you do. You have the choice. You do. And our biological DNA is to be an omnivore. Yes, because you can, does it make it moral? Does it make it necessary? And we're not living in cavemen. We're not cavemen anymore. We don't have to shoot and kill and consume animals to be strong, fit, or healthy. This is straightforward. This is this please, you go get that big book of knowledge, man. Yeah. Yeah. So just because you can eat animals, does that make it moral, Mikey? And there's a reason why you don't like slaughterhouses. Tell me the reason why you don't like slaughterhouses. What's the difference from the animal's perspective? The animal is still dying so that you can have taste and pleasure. We've already, well, I don't know if I convinced you that it's not essential, that you don't need to eat animals. You've listed off these vitamins and things that you think that are essential that we need to eat, but we don't need to. And I'm showing you that because I don't eat animals. And again, there's other people that do it. Do the research. Do the research, Mikey. All right, bro, but you're not going to get me. You're not going to get me at all. In fact, I appreciate the comments because you're helping me share the message. You're helping others realize that, oh my gosh, like this is unbelievable. It's confusing for people. I mean, it's like, oh my God, it's not magic though. Just stop consuming animals and see what happens. You're going to be fine. You eat a variety of plants. You're going to find out how to cook the things that you already like, those meat dishes that you already like to eat, and you're going to change it with a plant-based option, and you're going to feel better. but you're not going to be missing any essential nutrients and vitamins and minerals. You can name them. You can go ahead and think that you're missing them and you need them, but you don't. Do an experiment. That's what I've done. I'm still in my experimental phase. 9 years, no animals. Still doing it, man. Still doing it. All right, Mikey, and everybody else who thinks it's essential. Where was that list at? Let me show you. Let me go back. Oh, we got another comment, Mikey. Let me see. By suffering and poor quality meat after those conditions. And I agree that it's wrong, but it's greedy corporations. Yeah, but you're paying for it. You're paying for it. 99% of meat comes from factory farming. You're paying for it. There's no way. I've not met one human that solely gets their meat from local raised, pasture raised animals. And if so, again, the animals go through the same thing. They're killed for food and it's unnecessary by suffering. Like, okay, even if there's no suffering, do you think it's the right thing to do to end their life prematurely? If it's not necessary, it's not necessary. Listen, if what you said up here was true, if all of these, where is it at? If what you said is true here, let me see. Here we go. If all of these, B12 comes from the soil, my man. So again, and I'm going to say a lot of these, um, these are not necessary. You don't need these vitamins. And if it was necessary to eat, if all of these ones that you've listed, and again, I'm not going to do the research. I need you to do the research. But if all of this was true, and this was you can't get from your body, your either body produces it yourself, or you can't get these from plants, you don't need it. But if it was true, I'd be the first one saying that, yeah, man, we got to eat meat. We got to eat meat to be strong, fit, and healthy. And I would change the name of my channel with a quickness because I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to share a message that's going to hurt people. I don't want to share a message that isn't the best for people and the best for, I mean, if we had to eat animals, I'd be sharing that. I would absolutely be sharing that. And look, man, I'm doing it. Like I'm doing it. I'm out here in the gym every morning, lifting weights, doing the vegan 300. We're going to get to 100,000 reps. And I don't have any of these, or the body produces them. Okay. There are a few more. So there's even more what you listed there. They are 100% essential. Mikey, man, wrong, wrong. They're not essential. And if they were essential, how am I here doing this? How are other vegans doing it? Mind you, let's say they were essential. Could you get them? Could you get them from a plant-based source, an artificial source? If you're that concerned, you think that killing an animal and needing these essential, minerals and vitamins and what you've mentioned, like you think that that's worth it when you can just supplement it? And again, take no supplements. So it's not a thing. It's not a thing, Mikey. Mikey, they're not essential, or the body produces them, or you get them from plants. It's that simple. I don't care what you name up there. You can go ahead and list off things, but it's not going to change the fact that you don't need that. You don't need those. You don't need those things. All right, Mikey, man, appreciate the comments. 5:20. Been on here an hour, so I got to get going. Appreciate the comments. Appreciate the interaction, Mikey. I would love to have you on the channel after you do your research, man. And get me, bro. You got to get me. I'm gonna end you with this one. This one. We do not arrest sharks for attacking swimmers or fox for killing chicken. Right? They don't have a choice, Mikey. They don't have a choice. You have a choice. You have a choice every single day, multiple times a day, whether you want to contribute to killing animals and their suffering or not. It's that simple. You have a choice. The shark does not have a choice. The fox does not have a choice. These animals out in the wild, they do not have a choice, but you do. You have a choice whether you want to shoot and kill them. You have a choice whether you want to contribute to the industry of the factory farming that you obviously disagree with. You said it, but you have a choice. And please do the research, man. And I don't mean this like in a bad way, but like I hope that you truly do the research and find out that you don't need to eat animals to be strong, fit, and healthy. Like you don't need to. You don't need to. And I hope that you just stay thinking that. And that goes for all of you. I just really hope that you don't think, like, don't just blindly believe that you need to eat meat. If that's what you were taught growing up, if that's just your thought process, if you haven't ever thought about it and you just think these things, like I hope that you're brave enough to go do the research. I know Mikey said he's going to, but go do the get the big book of knowledge, go in there, research, and you'll quickly find out that you can be strong, fit, and healthy without eating any animals whatsoever. So don't be afraid of those vitamins and minerals that you think that are only in meat that you need and that you're going to be missing, and then you're going to feel a certain way, or you're going to die, or you're not going to have energy, or all of these things that may go through your mind that if it's going to happen to you if you don't eat animals. It's not true. It's a false belief. Like you're believing this untrue. And I hope that that's not the one thing that's holding you back. And I think that if you change and if you understand, like, hey, I can get everything I need, right? This guy's doing it. And then there's this other guy that's doing it. And then there's millions of people that are out there that are not eating any animals, that are lifting, they're bodybuilders, they're strong, they're running marathons, they're running triathlons, they're competing in Olympic sports, Olympic weightlifter. Can you tell me Olympic weightlifter, all vegan? In fact, they shared with him back when he did it, they shared with him that he's going to suffer. He's not going to be able to lift the amount of weight that he does. But guess what? He did. He broke Olympic records. Look him up. But you can absolutely get everything that you need from plants, or your body produces it itself. You don't need to eat animals. And just because we're omnivores, our DNA to be an omnivore doesn't mean that it's necessary. You can do it. A lot of people do it. The majority of people eat animals, but that doesn't mean that you have to. All right, guys, appreciate the comments. We'll have a great day. We will see you tomorrow, day 35. Mikey, if you're interested, shoot me a message or comment. Let's set up a time. I'd love to have you on and to have a good discussion, because I think that you bring a lot of a lot of good comments here, and would love to discuss them more. All right, guys, have a great day. Day 35 tomorrow. Peace.